Hey everyone, Bill Inman here. Thanks for joining today. We're excited to have you. I'm here with my co-host Stacy Engel, who is the CEO of Twin Protocol, and glad to have you on, Stacy. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah. So we're going to take about, and let me make sure I keep letting people in. People are joining now. We'll take about a half an hour, and we will show you how to get your twin if you don't have one already. And many of you on the call may have yours. We'll show you how to utilize and train your twin as well, and then give you some examples of what you can do with your twin. And for those of you that have already signed up but haven't logged in yet, and for those of you that are watching this later on, we'll tell you who to contact if you're having any trouble, which hopefully you wouldn't. We've got support team on the call that will also help you activate your twin. But you should have a free account, which is generally a paid account for people attending this call. We're giving you your own free account. So all right, this is a special session of our demo. We're calling it Turkey Twinning. Some of you aren't in the U.S., but obviously it's Thanksgiving week here in the U.S., so we try to have a little fun with it. If Stacy likes, she could show you Tilly the turkey, who's featured on our page there. But mainly we're going to show you how to get the most out of your twin. So my name is Bill Inman. I've been involved with AI and blockchain for about 10 years now, and have been fortunate enough to work with some of the brightest minds in the industry. And you have one of those on the call today with Stacy. So she's going to tell you a little bit more about how to get started with your twin and what we're giving you today at no cost. So you can get started. Stacy?
Thanks, Bill. Absolutely. So, as Bill has mentioned, we are gifting you a twin because you're joining us here on this call. And we really, really deeply believe in the vision and mission around you should own your own AI. And we're going to go into that more on this call. But this is your first step, and you get to do it for free. So, if you haven't already, you need to go to twinprotocol.com and we'll show you the sign up. And you need to sign up with an email. And then please email me at stacy@twintech.io, which is here on the slide, with your name and the email that you used, and we will quickly upgrade. And look, we're like very into being quick and action oriented. So if you want to do it even right now and DM me privately, we'll get it set up so you're already in your system with your points by the end of this call. So we have support team on to do that. So we want you to start twinning. We have a few different, and Bill, you said you could pull up that window. We actually have a few different packages. So we're getting to the brass tacks at the beginning. So there's no mystery in what you're getting. So essentially we have three packages right now on our platform. The first, the Twin Core, is what you're getting, which you basically get your Twin Vault. We'll show you how you can start to train your twin. And that's the $25. We're also going to load your points. So what that means is you can use twin points on our system to create videos and do certain things with your twin. And that's what you get, different capabilities with the different subscriptions. So with Twin Core, you get your chat version, and you get a standard avatar, which is basically a picture that turns into an avatar. You'll get that right away. That's also really easy to do because you can just upload a headshot or a selfie. That's high quality. If you want to upgrade your account, you can. The Horizon has a more high definition avatar, so it will be more lifelike, and that will live in your chat. And then it kind of progresses up to our Twin Elite, which has an agent. So if you have a website, or in your business or your company, you have somewhere that your twin can live, there's actually embeddable code. And we have this pricing as like a very accessible price point. So I'm not going to read every single, this is on the site. We'll go through that more, but we're starting you off with the $25. So if you haven't, sign up for twin at twinprotocol.com, and you can just DM me in this call if you do it now, or you can email, and we'll send that follow up if you're not in a place. If you're driving or something, be safe. So that's what you're getting on this call, and we're really excited for you to start on the journey. I can tell you on a personal level, the twin has been really amazing for me to be able to do very highly personalized emails to clients and prospects in multiple different markets because you can translate what your twin says. We're going to show you some of these capabilities. But it was also really great for me on maternity when I had a baby and some others where I couldn't quite be at a conference or event. So we're going to talk a lot about how you could use your twin. But the main point here is get started. So it's really easy to build your twin. What you first do is basically get your headshot started, find a selfie that you can use for your twin, and then you're going to find whether you have blogs, whether it's a bio on your LinkedIn, some of your social media content. If you're not into social media, you can even just write out some things about yourself, and you basically will upload that content into your twin, which we call it your twin vault, your twin brain, and you can curate and group. So there are versions of my twin that some people do not have access to, that it's less accessible. So you're able to basically permission and decide what information you want to have accessible or not. And the power of our platform, and really it's called Twin Protocol because our whole goal is to create an ecosystem where you can plug your twin in, your training data, into multiple instances of AI. So that's what we mean when we say tokenize. The real secret sauce of what we're able to do is make a quick and easy way for your twin to be accessed. So when you have an account, you can just share the landing page out, and we'll be demoing this. Bill will be demoing this in a little bit. So this whole idea is that your AI can live in multiple places because, I mean, for those of you who have been keeping track, which is really difficult to keep with the pace of AI, every day one of the large companies is coming out with a new feature or a way that your AI could be used. So that's why it's really important to us that we're a safe place for you to store your documents, store your knowledge, and it's really going to enable you to plug into a lot of different AI systems because that's the benefit of having your twin account. So on our platform right now, you can chat, you can create videos with your twin, which also has different language capabilities. So your twin, when you set up your account, you essentially are enabling your twin to speak over 30 languages. So that's a big skill upgrade that you could give yourself today. Once you get set up. We also have a twin communities. So for our larger implementations, we have the ability to do white labeled and branded experiences with your twin. And some of our team here is very highly skilled at doing that. We also have the capability to have two twin vaults. So two twins talk with one another. And there are some examples that we have on Bill's social that we'll show in a little bit. Anything you would add here, Bill? The key is really the apps and really thinking of yourself as the owner of your data so that you can start to be on this journey.
Yeah, owning your data is really important, and we could have a whole hour-long session just on why it's so important. But getting started there is the key. And these are all the different apps and the agents that you can use to display your brain to the world without even you being there live.
Great. And we also, the SDK and API, we do have clients and ventures where your twin can live if you have a product or an app, like essentially your twin can be embedded inside those. So, like I was referencing, you can do so many things. This is a whole list. You can leverage your data vault. You can earn tokens with your twins. Lots of languages instantly. You can recall every past interaction. We have memory, and you can summarize long docs. You could consult multiple twins currently on our Twin Protocol site, as well as curate your own, or we're working with a couple clients who have resident scientists who want essentially the researchers and the scientists to be accessible to anyone on their team. So it's an internal or external facing twin. You can produce quality videos right away and clone your voice. So that's a voice chat is right away what you're going to be able to get. There's also, you can read the design personas with simple sliders. So that's the permissioning. So for instance, I have a more internal twin, Stacy AI, and then I have an external as well that's shared with everyone. So you can switch between all these and really be versatile with your twin. And then one of the use cases, so right now I'm actually working with I'm blessed that I have my parents and my in-laws all alive right now. And I'm working with them to create personal twins. So their great grandchildren or great could, ask them a few questions and they could hear their voice or see their face. Obviously, these manifestations will be different, but there will be translation to how that can be. And someone on our team, very near and dear, Curtis Boyer, his father was the US presidential helicopter pilot. And he had written a book and he had an amazing career and life. And his son, Curtis, working with us, wanted to essentially bring him back to life because he had passed like 6 years ago. So he was able, with the footage that he has, so voicemails, simple documentations, he uploaded and created his father's twin. And here's a example. Do we have? Oh,
I had a slippery finger there, so
no worries.
it should be coming up on the video.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So for some people, I know this can really freak them out because have had tens of thousands of conversations, it seems. But for some, it's very much an amazing thing to bring journals and a voice to life. And Curtis talks about how just when he's having a hard time or even a good time, it's great to hear his dad's voice. And because it's AI and it's not scripted, he can just ask for a word of encouragement or tell him something and have an interaction. And it's just been a great way for him to have a living legacy of his father.
Yeah. All that promo, Stacy, in the video is slow loading for us. So we'll come back to that one in a second. Yeah.
We can come back to it. We can also share with the group some of these clips and links so you can review.
Yeah. Here's another one, Stacy, which is Sharon Gao Orr, who's written about 50 books. And we've uploaded and ingested all of his books into his persona. And then we're able to basically, this is what we're going to show you in a second, how to operate this for yourself.
My books are like a window into my adventures. Inspired by my globe-trotting experiences.
So this is him speaking actually multiple languages. And we're generating a video from his photorealistic twin, which was just a video upload from one of his YouTube videos. And here he is speaking multiple languages. You just pick what comes from your twin vault that's generated from a simple prompt is easily translated into other languages.
تشبه نافذة إلى مغامراتي مستوحاة من تجاربي.
So you're able to very quickly go from English to Mandarin to Italian to Arabic to and so forth.
我的书就像是通往我的冒险世界的窗户。
Now, one thing that's important to note here is that whatever question you ask your twin only comes from your own knowledge base. It's not directly connected to an LLM. We do have that setting, but then you're going to get hallucinations that doesn't really come from what you represent and what your knowledge base is. Stacey, anything to add there?
No, I think that's just really key. And there was a question I answered about if you have documents like this in Dropbox, you can upload them, and that's exactly what you need to do for your twin initial training.
We're going to show you that. Yeah. Right after we're going to do a 10-minute demo here. And it's that simple. In 10 minutes, we're going to show you how to get started.
For your convenience, I've invited Pavan to join our conversation. You can also reach Pavan directly at pavan.agarwaleswmc.com.
Okay, so this is our implementation into Angel AI. Angel AI is one of the foremost personal finance AIs. It actually approves mortgages, cleans your credit, is a full-on bank. So we've actually integrated our app via our SDK and API into the Angel AI app, and we call that Angel Twin. And this is Pavan Agarwal, who is the CEO and founder there, has put 400 million of his own money into this app and just got a over $100 billion valuation. So the goal that we set together with him is 2 billion twins. So we're very excited to be working with this app and this platform. And obviously, we've got our work cut out for us to keep up with the 2 billion twins. So that is an example of being integrated inside of another application. We do with Angel Twin, we're actually operating an agency for AI. You'll see here Russell Peters, who's a very well-known comedian, performs internationally, just was able to see him in Saudi Arabia. So we've ingested a lot of his sets, and you can ask Russell Peters jokes, and his twin will answer. And so how we're setting this up is we're for him and other influencers, we're allowing people to access our knowledge base, but then Russell can tell customized jokes for an end user using the Twin platform with his likeness. So you'll see here, we've told him to tell a joke about Canadian versus American cats. He's Canadian. And you can slide to see how long you'd like the response to be. The longer the response, the more points it takes. But it'll produce a joke in the style of Russell Peters.
All right, here it goes. Have you ever noticed the difference between Canadian and American cats? Yeah, cats. You know, in Canada, we got these polite felines, right? They're like, meow, eh? Sorry to bother you, but my food dish is empty. They've got manners, you know? They're courteous, just like us Canadians.
So this tells a whole joke, and it's pretty funny, actually. So anybody can ask him any joke. And using the brain of Russell Peters, here he is to basically tell you that joke. So, Stacey, you want to talk about why this is important for future proofing?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there are so many stats that you hear probably every week around how many jobs will need to be reskilled or how many jobs are going to be replaced, which one number is around 800 million will need to be reskilled around the world by 2030. Of course, in those stats, a missing piece is the fact that there are tons of opportunities when something ends and the next iteration begins. So this is about taking a leadership position and extending your thought leadership, because ultimately you will be, if you're not already, and it just might not be visible to you, you are collaborating with AIs right now and using them in your everyday life. That will continue to increase. And then you're going to need to deploy more and more AIs on your behalf, because AIs will be working with other AIs. So Bill and I both have advised many companies and leaders, and I have an executive coach background, and I really do think this is like the next extension of human potential as well. So this is the idea of it. You are going to be, and already are, being left behind if you're not actively using AI as an amplifier. Don't focus on it being a replacement for right now. Really get in tune with it. And there's stats here with AI will create more millionaires in 5 years than the internet did in 20. So there's real upside from a financial perspective in basically any business or any job that you have. I was just talking over the weekend with a recent grad, and I feel like they're very, a lot of the Gen Z that I've been talking with are very in tune with the fact that there's just so much opportunity. Also, just from a leadership perspective, I think the one other thing with the Sam Altman quote, and then also the fact that jobs are just shifting and changing. If you're not able to be an author of your impact, like really know certain things that you stand for, it's going to become increasingly difficult for you to lead in your work and in your industry, because you need to be really clear. Just like, if you're leading a team, you need to be clear. Now everyone will have a team, and that team will be AIs, whether you own them or other platforms owe them. And that's why Twin Protocol really exists, because we want you to take a stand and you own specific data and knowledge, so you can amplify that in the world. And we're very passionate about that. We have quite a few ventures that are really utilizing the Twin Protocol, because we know that essentially you have AI twins that exist. If you have a social media account, that like those companies, Google, Microsoft, they already have Meta, they already have AI twins of yourself, of you. So it's a matter of you taking some ownership of that, and there will be a lot of interesting dynamics as it continues. So be a part of the growth. For influencers, that's one thing, but also, Bill, like for partners and investors, I think something for people who basically had the same trepidation of having social media accounts. Like, I don't need to post that. I don't need to be there. The same thing exists with AI. The great thing about AI is it can be a very personalized, you're basically owning, imagine if you have a client, like a customer base that you could, with one other team member who can drive this, you could send out arguably 20 hyper personalized videos to your client pipeline every day, without you needing to do anything. It's your likeness, and people are not utilizing that right now. It is highly differentiated, and we know that because that's what we're doing. Oh, Bill, you're on mute.
We're going to show some of those examples, have you explain that. Write down Stacy's email here, because if you haven't signed up, you go to twinprotocol.com, you'll sign up, then you'll email Stacy the email you used, and she's going to give you your free account, which some of you just came in a little bit later, but it's called the Twin Core account, and it's all yours. So let me just now go here. So Stacy, we talked a little bit about what you can do with your twin. If you go to my Instagram account or Stacy's or LinkedIn's, you'll see a lot of content that was created by AI. And it's not just about your avatar, although it's a really big part of it. We also have ways to take your ideas and automatically create explainer videos from that. So here you'll see my avatar talking about AI with an explainer video behind. Now, we're going to show you how to make your avatar talk and how to download those videos, but we have a whole concierge service where we do these videos for our clients. So we're getting new clients pretty much every day now that say, look, I love it. I don't have time to record myself doing a video. This is going to help me get out of that. But can you just make the videos for me? Stacey, do you want to go into that process and what we're doing with Concierge?
For sure. So essentially what we do is we have an onboarding. So if you'd want to be in the Concierge Services clientele, what happens is we do an onboarding call, and we actually help you train your twin to a point of satisfaction. It's one of those things where, and Varun, I see your question around how much data is needed. Actually, you can have 5 to 6 docs, like a bio, some others, and you can have a reasonable likeness of yourself depending on your audience. But this is what we do in the concierge. It's like, who's your target audience? How do you want to use your twin? And we help you make sure that you have it exactly how you'd like it. And then depending on the pricing package that you choose, we can create videos for you. And our team produces it. So it's more of an agency model. And then you can upload it to social media, or you could use it in an investor deck. And what's great about the videos is it can be basically a funnel where you can show someone a video. So let me talk about, we work with speakers. So if you're on stage, you could interact with your twin on stage. Then at the end of your talk, say, and if you have more questions for me, go to this page or go to this app or wherever your twin's living. And then the audience can then go into the chat experience and interact. So, and then you could be served videos after, right? So someone could sign up, and then with the concierge, we could help you throughout that experience. And then we produce videos as well.
Yeah, good stuff. Thank you. Okay, so what we want to show you now is once you sign up at Twin Protocol and you log in, let me just blow this up a little bit more bigger. This is what you're going to see. Now, you'll sign up, you'll let Stacy know. Some of you already have your own account. You'll let Stacy know what email address you have. Rada, who's on the call, will associate your email address with a paid account that we're giving you for free. So then you'll be able to log in, and this is what you'll see. Now, you'll see a number of points that we've provided you here. Those points allow you to create videos and do more. But where I want to take you first, as you log in, is to the My Twin button. So you click on My Twin. This is what you're going to see. That you'll be able to not only see how many people are engaging with you, what questions they're asking, you're going to be able to see what questions they've asked you. Now, if your twin can't answer a question based upon your training data, it says it can't. And then you'll see what people are asking you that your twin can't answer, and then you can add more information on that. We're going to give you the Twin Core package here. This particular package that I have for this demo is Elite. With Elite, you get 3 pictures, SD avatars, and you get 3 HD avatars, which you can actually use all the way to putting on your website as a live agent, as you'll see here on the screen. My live agent for this sample website is going to appear, and then I can just ask it questions directly. It may be hearing us now because I see it's picking up my microphone, but I'll show you what happens here. Tell me about you. You can talk to it as if you're talking into a microphone. This is called a twin agent.
I'm Bill Inman, a board member, founder, and advisor in AI, decentralization, and Web3. I'm also the president of Twin Protocol and co-founder of Angel Twin.
Let's not have them talk more. So this is an example of a twin agent. You'll get that with the Elite. The Core we're giving you, you're going to get a picture avatar. So you can upgrade anytime you want to the rest and contact us, and we'll help guide you through all that. So again, back into the application. You've logged in. Just a quick recap. You've logged in. You click My Twin. Now, either you can click this pen and paper icon here, or you can click on Edit Twin here, which I'll press. And now you're into the area in My Twin where you train your twin. You start by adding a picture. This is your SD avatar. That's an AI picture of me. You can add a photorealistic picture. One best practice is make sure the picture is of you not smiling. What the AI does, it replaces your non-smiling with teeth and mouth. So you don't want to be smiling because that isn't optimal. And look at the camera for the picture. Have it go straight away. You could go to the side, but then it gets a little warped. The best practice is to pick a picture where you're looking right at the camera. And you can change that anytime you want. You add some information about you, then you click on the voice area. In the voice area, we need you to say anything for about 2 to 3 minutes. And the more files you add like that, remember you can do that on your phone just with audio record. If you add up to 5 files here, then the more your voice will sound like you. You just heard my voice a second ago with the agent, so it sounds pretty good. It sounds like me. So you'll be able to basically click on voice, add MP3 files that you've recorded either from your microphone on your PC or on your phone. Then we go to the training side. So there was a question about documents, and you basically create a brain. It could be about anything. It could be about home, hobbies, health, work, whatever. And all you need to do is upload .docs, .pdfs, .text here, and that's going to be your brain. Now, this is all decentralized. It's stored in your vault, so it's not like going to big tech where everything that you post they can see and they use to train their own AI. You own all this stuff. So I've added my bio, all my LinkedIn posts, my website posts, some talks that I've done, and my AI is really proficient about talking about blockchain and AI itself. You can add some questions that you might want people to ask you when they first reach your twin, but it's very simple. You just drag and drop documents and PDFs about you here. Now, I also have, and Stacy has some of these examples herself, but I've taken about 10 out of copyright success books, and I've created a twin of myself with these books like The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill and How to Win Friends and Influence People, books that are out of copyright. So I have a success twin as well. And then I have a twin just for our company that is behind all this, Deck Tech, and it talks just about Deck Tech and what we're doing there. So you can have different twins for different things. Then you'll be able to upload avatars. Now, with the Twin Core account, again, we're giving you this $25 account for free. With Horizon and Elite, you can take it to an HD photorealistic twin level. You can upload a picture. It's called an SD avatar. But with the additional accounts, you upload 3 minutes of you talking directly to a camera. You might have seen these are the exact ones I've used on my social media you saw a second ago. So it's about 3 minutes long is the best practice. It's a 4K video. You can be standing against any wall. If you stand against a green screen, you can change the background on our site and you just upload those videos. So each one gives you a different profile. So you're wearing something different. Your twin doesn't look like it never does the laundry. So basically that's, you can have that as part of the Elite and the Horizon packages. All right. So once that's all together, then your twin's ready. This is our audio chat. Tell me about you. And this will be in your voice. So it's going to come back and answer questions. People can access this. You can put this out on the internet. We have a paywall, so you can actually have people pay you to access your knowledge.
As Bill Inman, I've attended several athlete orientations and sat next to some iconic figures. I remember a powerful quote from
Telling the story about when I was speaking at Berkeley. So that's interesting. The more specific you are, like tell me about blockchain, the more specific the answer will be. So this is called Twin Chat. If you have your photorealistic avatar, it will speak like you. And then, and so you see, I asked the question about blockchain.
Blockchain is a decentralized ledger. Unlike centralized databases like Google or Amazon.
So it'll talk, and then I can ask a question in other languages as well. So one interesting thing that happens here is, not only do I have a twin, I ask questions of other twins. Your entire knowledge base of all the questions you've ever asked another twin is stored in your vault. So by asking twins questions, you're building your own brain. And this is what people are doing with your knowledge. So if you're an author or a coach, they're asking you questions, but they're building their own brain at the same time. So on the right-hand side here, you'll see I've even asked Tilly the Halloween turkey question. And just for the fun of it, since we put it together for this, let's ask Tilly a question. What makes Thanksgiving special?
Thanksgiving is special due to its historic roots and traditions.
All right, I won't have you listen to the entire Tilly, but Stacey, you use this with, we have the first version of Mickey Mouse and we have Paul Bunyan, and you use this with your kids
Yeah.
to tell stories. Right?
We do. My son, who is 4, really likes interacting with the twins, like Steamboat Willie. Bill, do you want to go into, and I can help? One of the questions is, where is all of the twin data kept, and how can there be certainty that no one can have access to the data without my consent? And on that, are your systems checked and verified by external auditors?
Well, we're audited by a company named Hacken, so for our blockchain, and it's stored in IPFS, which is decentralized storage. It's called interplanetary file storage. So when your documents are uploaded, they're taken to an IPFS server, and they're not on any centralized server. So there's no big tech that it goes to, and that basically assures that you're the one that has access to your files, more or less. So it's decentralized IPFS storage, and writing a bunch of new features around that as well. We actually have a product being released in just a few weeks where you don't even need a twin. You simply upload your documents to what's called the Twin Vault, and you have the storage there for you for whatever comes next in the AI world. So it's IPFS storage. That's the backbone of everything that we do. It's decentralized, not stored on servers.
Mm-hmm. And then one of the other questions is, what engine is used to power the twin? I'm making an assumption that you mean the AI models, which, or you said it was said that the twin is not connected to any LLM.
No, so
No.
we have Twin Persona AI, and Twin Persona AI is a proprietary package that is a wrapper on top of existing LLMs. We'll let you know that we're integrating tightly with Angel AI's TLM model, which is not one of the big tech LLMs, also has blockchain facets to it. But what happens is everybody's data is abstracted from the LLMs through Twin Persona. It's proprietary. You ask a question of Twin Studio here, and let's just, I'm going to show you this in a second. Tell me about quantum computing. What happens is Twin Persona AI goes into your documents, which are stored on IPFS. I'm going to just generate a script here. This is Twin Studio, where you make media. And then that data is abstracted and sent to LLMs. We have multiple LLMs. We're LLM agnostic, but the LLM doesn't know it's you, and then we're removing the personal data as well. And then we get the response back, and then we inject it back into your account. So you're completely abstracted from the LLMs we use. And so, for example, I asked about quantum computing. What happened is it went into my database, the IPFS storage, pulled out the RAG information, sent it to an LLM, and then without the LLM knowing who I am, just knowing that it came from Twin, then the answer came back, and then we put it back into your account. So you're completely abstracted from the LLMs in this case. So,
But in this case, to answer your question around, because our Twin Persona and Twin Vault can be API SDK'd into multiple LLMs. Right now, though, our Twin platform is using the GPT because we've seen the best results from that when it's utilizing but you can switch it out. And with the API SDK, we work with a lot of different engines.
that's right. And you can add your own LLM if you have one. You can add your own, you can add the address of your Llama stored on your own server if you'd like as well.
Yeah.
So we're abstracted, but in order to run a commercial application, obviously we need to be connected with a big LLM. So, okay. So now that you have trained your Twin, and I showed you a little bit about chat, up in the upper top, you'll see Studio. So Studio is where you're able to create videos for yourself. So you saw a second ago, I asked it, tell me about quantum computing. This response came back. I can choose how long I want the response to be and in what language. In this case, I got back this response. You can press the audio preview before you actually produce it to hear it and see if you like it.
Quantum computing, my friends, is the next frontier in technology. It's not your typical ones and zeros of traditional computing.
So once I like this particular script, I press generate for 3 points. This is where your points come in. We're going to give you points for free to get started. You press generate for 3 points, and then it will make a video, in this case in my HD format, saying that script. So I'll show, it's generating that now. I'll show you, I'll go to my collection. So you show previous ones here. Here's a video of me talking about AGI. Let's just
Hi, I'm the AI twin of Bill Inman. Before we dive in, think of AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, like a new
So these twins power up much of my social media content, and they're making, 5 to 10 videos a week for me, and I don't have to do anything. So you'll see here what the script that was created, and I could download that. I could copy the script. I could share this to social right from the app. So what we do with our concierge is we take this video and then we inject it in front of other media that's AI generated. We create a full production for you. So this is Twin Studio. So again, just a quick, because we're only giving you the briefest of starts here. You log in, you have an account, you click on My Twin, you can click on the pen and paper icon, upload your SD avatar picture, upload up to 5 videos of your voice at 3 minutes each, add documents to training, which goes onto our IPFS, or not ours, but the decentralized IPFS servers. And then you can add an avatar if you've upgraded to the other accounts. You can go to the Twin chat to start asking yourself questions. You can release this to the external world as well. And then you can actually see the chat history of everybody else you've asked questions to as well, including Gene Boyer, for example. And then you can put this behind a paywall and start charging people for your knowledge. You can also go to the Twin Studio, start asking yourselves, tell me about your favorite food. I'm not sure my Twin is trained in that. So I'll generate the script, 250 characters. I could go to 2,000 characters. Longer the script, more points you'll need to produce the media. And so that's happening now. We'll see real quick if it has an answer. I did that in English. You certainly can translate it. My favorite food is a well-grilled steak and a plate of bolognese. I do like steak and I do like spaghetti, so that's interesting.
Together.
I don't know. It's an interesting mix. So I can now generate that for 2 points, and then my Twin's going to say that exact line. You can download that, post it to your social media, and now you've got your Twin creating content for you. So this is what we're giving you today. With what we told you before, all you need to do is just email Stacy with your email address. So why don't I stop there? We're almost 45 minutes in. And why don't we allow room for some questions if y'all would like to ask?
Yeah, I've been answering a few of them, so let's go through. So it's how do we make money? Um, because we have a one-time payment, which we really do think some of that is the future of payment. As much as recurring revenue is great, and we want that as a business, we want people to get started, and then usage being the model. So we make money through point packages. So you purchase points to make videos, also to access your twin or ask questions to other twins, you use points on your account. And then if you will give access to others, you can then make money, and we make money through points and the amount of
The
interaction.
universal language of love and comfort. Now, my favorite food, it's a tie between a juicy, well-grilled steak
The video
and
is
a plate
produced.
of homemade spaghetti bolognese.
All right, so there you go. Sorry.
Bill's
it's Doug
twin
talking.
interrupts, which is a little rude, but I still love his
Sorry.
twin. No, that's great. So you can see that video is produced, then he can upload it. You can use in post-production. We have partners and tools that we use, and in our concierge service, we do that for you. Essentially, some of our clients also have their twins in Kajabi or in other platforms, and there's a paywall. So they've done a membership model. So for $4.99 a month, $4.99, you can access for X amount of points, and we help implement that with you on the concierge level. There, if you pay for the elite, the highest level, there is an embeddable code that you essentially can, if you have the resources and knowledge, can do that yourself. And we have documentation and support. And then with the concierge, we do it for you.
Yep.
So we make money through
Also-
usage. How much do additional credits cost?
They're 10 cents each. So basically, you can produce a 30-second to a minute-long video for about 10 to 20 cents. So it's really a bargain, to be honest with you.
It really is, because we're wanting to grow this application and usage. And for all of you who are part of associations and businesses, we really do have a B2B go-to-market approach. So we're looking for large distribution. Maybe, Bill, you could spend like 20 seconds talking about that with the implementation with Angel.
Yeah, we were thrilled to integrate with Angel AI. We're also integrated with Singularity Net and other companies that are pretty large Web3. But our goal, our combined goal is 2 billion twins with Angel AI, also known as Angel Twin, as you'll see here on the screen. So not only do we make money from the transactions of basically creating every single twin media that happens and every single prompt response, but we also worked with them to launch the twin token. I'm sorry, the Angel token, which is also backed by our twin token. Another business model we have is the more gigabytes you store inside of your IPFS storage, the more tokens you'll need vaulted behind that. So we have a whole token economy. We're actively launching tokens as well for other businesses and their twins. We have in queue one of the fastest growing real estate companies in the US launching a token with their twin, one of the largest Latino organizations in the US, and then multiple celebrities. So we have an exponential business model, and we look to be basically, with our Twin Vault, the Oracle database for the decentralized AI world, where you own your own data. That's our big picture. The twins is fun. The twins are shiny things, meaning the avatars. But we're looking to have billions of AI vaults that are blockchain oriented, and then our token and our transactions will be infused into that.
Yeah, the tokenizing is really, because that's a big conversation I have on panels and with prospects and clients. You can go on to the latest avatar companies, which, by the way, we're working with them. They're the ones integrated in the twin platforms or in Angel AI. You can go and do that, but they're actually referring people to us to monetize those interactions, because that's the secret sauce with the tokenization with points, being able to make quick interactions accessible and it being a more robust experience.
Yeah, we're a blockchain AI company. Our main product is the Twin Vault, where you store all your information, and then that will go out to any number of avatar companies, self-driving cars, chatbots, humanoid robots, holograms, whatever comes next. Anything else, Stacy? Any other questions?
Oh, I think we got to all of them. Varun says, I can see many uses for business coaching, teaching. Thank you for sharing this. Very excited to get started. Very excited for you to get started. We'll send you those points as soon as you share. And yeah, it's secure data that's usable. Yes, to your point. So is the
That you
data
own.
usable? Like it's a whole spectrum, right? We're helping companies and individuals make their data AI ready and usable. And then how can you monetize them? Because if we can't use them and we can't make money off of it, which there's obviously larger applications too around that we're very passionate about of bettering the world. And we do believe like education in the future and the world can really be elevated through access to knowledge. And that's part of the vision of Twin, propelling that.
Glad to have you on board. We're glad to give you your twin. Definitely, you can do some exciting things with it, make content, send it to friends, make a legacy for your friends and family. Please keep in touch with us. We're here for you, want to help. We're open to any partnership ideas you might have. The world doesn't have this yet. The world has a lot of AI, but the world doesn't have AI that people own. And we're very excited about getting that out there. So thank you, Stacy. Thank you,
Bill.
everybody on the call.
Thank you, everyone. Great questions. We're excited to have you on board.